All right, everybody, how's it going? This is Dominic, and right now we're going to go over my song that I created called Black Ops 2 Anthem. And if any of you know what Black Ops 2 is, it's a Call of Duty game. And I made this song, one, so that I can make a tutorial for you guys, so you guys can see how I did it. So it's just an example song. And two, because I was going to create a montage of my own gameplay, and I was going to use this song for the actual recording of the gameplay. So let's get right to it. We're going to go over the routing and all the plugins and the whole setup, and I've even color coordinated everything so that you will have a better idea of what I'm talking about. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to give a couple of other videos that I think you guys should go check out from some of the people I know that are in the music industry doing pretty big things. So that's going to be towards the end of the video. So let's get started. First thing we are going to look at is the instrumental. The instrumental was produced by White Hot Productions. I'm going to give a link right here on the YouTube video. Go check him out. They're doing pretty big things. He messes with some pretty big people in the industry. Major artist. Has a lot of good instrumentals. High quality. Go check him out. So here's the instrumental I chose for the song. This is a free MP3 download.
White Hot with a banger.
All right, you're going to hear that throughout the song. It's got a nice bass line, nice track right there. Now, when I'm coming up with an idea for a song, for the lyrics, I actually do that in another session, and it's basically like a rough draft. And I use the microphone I'm talking on right now. It's a cheaper microphone, a dynamic microphone. It costs like $12. And I use that for the recording. And that's what you see here, these vocals right here. That's the actual rough draft, basically, of when I was coming up for the song. And basically what I do is I record a little piece and I think about my next lyrics. I record a little piece, think about next lyrics. So I'm not actually writing it. I'm actually coming up with the song as I go along. So now I'm going to play the instrumental with that actual rough draft that I did. And I did kind of mix it. I kind of like put some compression on it, nothing spectacular. And, you know, there was leveling issues because I'm not really trying to make the song. I'm just getting the idea and the lyrics down. So let's go ahead and just play that.
I got that tight 25 and I'm coming for you. The way I do what I do, you haters know that it's true. I'm coming through this motherfucker. When I see you, it's through. I got that MP7, 7. I got that rapid fire just for you. When I pull on this trigger, ain't no need to go figure.
All right, so also, like, the actual vocals are there. They're actually different from what I ended up coming up with because I ended up changing some of the vocals, some of the lyrics to match different parts of the song. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mute that because we don't need that. And right now, you're looking at the waveforms thinking, wow, but I do got them turned up a little bit inside the thing here. So let's move on. First off, the instrumental. Whenever you bring an instrumental into your recording program, you're going to want to know the beats per minute of the instrumental. And you're going to want to set that inside of your, basically, recording program. And I have it set right here at 70.5. All right, and that's in case you want to do any further editing like chopping and you want to stay on beat with your chops. So I could chop up vocals in here if I wanted to, which I probably should have to make it a more better production, but I didn't. And stuff like that. Anything that you're going to do that has to do with time, you're going to want to set your beats per minute on your instrumental. To the beats per minute of your instrumental. All right, so we got the instrumental out of the way. Let's go ahead and move to vocals. Now, I have another tutorial. It's on my website. There's going to be a link right here. Boom. All right. I have some free tutorials that talk about buses, busing, routing of plugins, routing of tracks, setting up of buses, auxiliary buses, all that stuff. I'm not going to go over that here. But if you want to know what that is, you just go to that website that I'm linking right there, and then you can also see and watch the free video tutorial on that. So I've color coordinated all of the vocals here. We got an intro that's green. I have all the lead vocals, all the ones that are going to my lead bus. And I'm going to show you the buses in a second. They're orange. I have purple for all of my stress type vocals. And then the hook is in yellow with kind of pink color we got going here. All of my stress stuff is usually like in this pink color. All right. Now when I'm recording this, it's not pretty colored like this. It's just one color gray or something like that. Is just for this video. So let's go look at my buses. And the bus is basically what my vocals here that you see. Let's zoom in a little bit. So I have this intro, right? Let's go ahead and hear the intro. It's kind of cheesy, but whatever.
Right here, it's for my troops, down by the river, I ran into the enemy, this is what I told.
White high with a
Okay, so we got a little intro, right? So this is my mono track and my other mono track that has my intro. This is basically repeating what I said, adding in some stuff, and this is the other one. This is my input, doesn't matter. Here's my output. This is what you need to be concerned with. My output is going to what Cubase calls it is a group. It's a group, it's a bus, it's an auxiliary bus. They got multiple different names depending on which program you're using. It is going to, you can see my list of buses here. I have an intro bus, a lead bus, stress, sing LR, which is not being used in this track. I just have it for extra. CLR, which stands for center, left, and right, and you'll see why shortly. The sing harmony, the hook hype, basically a hype track, and then my all vocals bus, which all of these buses are sent to get their final treatment for some added warmth and compression or whatever I might want to do to them. All right, so let's go look at the intro bus. I'm going to go ahead and slide down here a little bit, and here are my buses, as you can see. All right, they're not color coordinated. And the intro, what do we do in the intro? So if you think about it, those vocals are going out and coming into this bus for treatment, all right? What a lot of people do when they're first getting started is they're putting plugins on every track. They're going in here, putting their plugins in, then, oh crap, they're coming over here. And some of your computers might not have enough processing power to handle that. Mine could handle that, but I'm not going to do it that way. So busing or sending it to an auxiliary allows you to add all of those effects to whatever you send to it. So as I said, I'm sending these two tracks right here to the intro. So let's go ahead and move down to the intro, shall we? Here's the bus. You can see the plugins I have on here. All right. This is actually the volume area, and then we go to my inserts. These are my plugins. First off, I have a CLA 2A. All right. These settings you're going to see, they're not typical. And I do have a tutorial DVD, 28 hours of tutorial DVD that goes over all compression so in depth it's like you're going to be a scientist, okay, when you're done. It goes from simple to complex. But besides all that, so if you're not understanding anything that I'm doing here, you might want to go check out the tutorial DVD on the, here's the link to that page right now. Boom. See that? I'm magic. All right, check it out. So I got CLA 2A, and that's my initial leveling compression. Actually, it's the only one I'm using on this because it's just an intro. Don't even know high-tech stuff like that. So let's check it out. Let's go back. I'm actually going to do something right. All right, I'm back. I had to go set my time indicator, which is this little thingy right here, to return to start position once I stop. Because when I play it, now it goes back to the start position. So we're good to go. So let's go back up to my vocals here. So we're looking at the bus right now, and these vocals are going to that bus, and I'm treating them with some compression. And then I have some equalization, and then I have a directly on it, and I am adjusting the wet-dry signal with the actual wet-dry here. All right, you can also set this up as a send, which is another way. If you want to know what a send is, I got a free tutorial, like I said earlier. Go check that out. Sends, buses, and all that kind of stuff, you're going to want to go watch my free tutorial. All right, so some compression. Right here, it's for my troops, Got some hardcore compression going on. I do not turn this analog hiss noise on. Here's the EQ that I chose. Okay, we got a little bump on the top end to give it some air. I'm getting rid of some of the muddiness that may be apparent, and I want it to be kind of thin and cut through. Now, when you're mixing, you're going to want to mix your vocals, and this is what my tutorial DVD goes over, but basically, when you're looking at my EQ, yes, EQ, it could work for you. However, it depends on the instrumental and what part of the song and what are the macro dynamics of that part of the song. All right, so I chose this. Could you use this EQ setting on a vocal? Yes, you could. Is it going to sound good? Yeah, it's going to get rid of a lot of your low end. It's going to add a high frequency bump to give you a little sparkle. I got a little bump right here in this region to give it a little bit more presence. All right, but it's not going to work for every single situation. All right, just throw that out there so you guys can know that. So now we have the H delay. All right, this is adding the actual delay that you're hearing. Okay, you're hearing a little delay on the vocals. Right here. Hear that? That's the trail. Now, in order to hear that trail inside of your recording program, you need to set to play the tail of reverbs and plugins. Okay, so that's what you're hearing. That was the actual delay trailing off, and that was set by my in here by the delay, of course, and my feedback. See, I can make it last longer.
Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here.
Forever.
Right here, right here,
But
right
you'll get a feedback loop, and it's going to be kind of crazy, so don't do it. Okay, don't do it high. Anyway, I have the analog off. You can see pretty much. I'm not really going to describe everything I have. So that's what I got going on there, some compression. And I also have all of these vocal buses will be getting sent some reverb. I'm saying this in a different manner, saying getting sent some reverb. It's not technical, but you'll understand what I'm saying. So basically, I'm putting some reverb on these vocals. All right. I should probably go show you real quick the reverbs that I'm using. Actually, as we go through it, you'll just see it. So here's the reverb. I'm only using 2 reverbs. Screw it. Let's go down and check out the reverbs. All right. My favorite reverb of all time. All right. The Lexington. There's many different versions when you get this plug in. All right. I'm using the vintage plate with these settings you see here, and there's other settings behind the scenes. All right. But I have a front reverb that I want for vocals that are going to be up front. And then I have a back reverb for vocals that I want pushed towards the back of the mix. In this case, since this is an intro, I chose to have the front reverb. So I'm going to go back to my bus, all right, which is intro. And I will go to my send. And you can actually see how much I'm sending right there. And that's the reverb that I chose. So I use this little slider and I dial in the reverb.
Right here, right here. It's for my troops, down by the river. I'm ready.
All right. Settings you see here are not typical. Okay. And pretty much through this whole entire tutorial, or whatever you want to call this, none of these settings are typical. All right. You could use it and it might work. All right, so you've seen what I have going on with that one. Now, as I've said, all of these buses, my intro, my lead, my stress, that all my vocals are being sent to, they are all going to this bus. So for future reference, know that all my vocals are going to this bus, and they're being treated with their own 2 plugins that I like to give it some warmth. And we'll go over that bus shortly. All right, so, and also a quick disclaimer before I go any further. This video you're seeing here, the video quality, the actual tutorial DVD quality is way better than this. It is a smaller screen size. It's 800 by 600, but it's high quality and the audio is super high quality. So don't base the judgment of the tutorial. And also, this is free form, as I've said in other ones. I'm just going with the flow. This is not scripted. This is just, let's do this, you know, for YouTube. And the tutorial DVD is more organized, I should say. All right, so we got that. Let's look at some other vocals here. All right. So we have basically, let's listen to the next part that comes up, which is the hook. All right. Here comes the hook. Are we ready?
What I told you.
Type 25, and I'm coming for you.
The way I do what I do, you haters know that it's true. I'm coming through this motherfucker. When I see you, it's through.
I got that MV7. I got that rapid fire just for you.
And when I pull on this trigger, ain't no need to go figure who the fella that killed ya. I threw a syntax figure.
I'm a stalker.
All right, so that's the hook, all right? And basically, this is like a bridge section here that I'm gonna go over next. It's basically bridging into the verse. So I got a hook and like a little bridge that goes into the verse, all right? And so let's go over that. My hooks are done. It's gonna be different per song, but in this case, this is kind of a little thing that I like to do. I like to have something going up the center, all right? So all my vocals, your vocals should be getting recorded in mono. You do not need to be recording in stereo, all right? Now, I have what's called the hook rap center, and I named it that because that's a rap. This is a rap portion, all right? I'm rapping. This is my vocals, by the way. I can change my voice to whatever I want. Call it a talent or whatever.
The way I do what I do.
All right, so I have that. And that's all my rap stuff that you see right there. And then these are my hype tracks, which we'll go over. And then we have this right here, which is the actual singing part. All right, so here's what's happening. We'll go over the hook sing part, and then we'll go into this rap part. So the hook singing part, where I'm saying, I got that Type 25, and I'm coming for you. The Type 25 is a gun in Black Ops 2. That's all it is. It's a gun. That's what I'm talking about. I'm coming for you. Watch out. Oh, my God. Run, people.
Type 25.
Now, I have some auto-tune. I did use auto-tune like this. Do I know how to sing? I could sing all right. I'm not the best singer. I'm not like super trained, you know what I mean? But I could lay it down or whatever. But when you do this auto-tune stuff, I have a whole video tutorial series called Auto-Tune Recording Secrets. I'm going to give a link to the playlist right there. Boom. Magic. Once again, I'm magic, folks. All right, so, however, I'm using auto-tune. So since I was like, you know what, I'm going to do auto-tune, a little bit of auto-tune hook, I had to do an auto-tune. And if you go watch the tutorials, you understand, when you do auto-tune, you sing through auto-tune live. And what happens when you sing through auto-tune live is if you're inside the same studio with me, or my studio here, it's going to sound like someone slaughtering a fucking dog. It's going to sound like, oh my God, who the hell is this guy in the studio? He does not know how to sing. It's because, and what I'm hearing in my headphones, as I'm singing through auto-tune plug-in here, I'm hearing awesomeness. It's like angels from heaven are descending and covering my body in angel dust, okay? That's what it sounds like to me. I don't, maybe some people experience it. I don't know. But anyway, so that's what it sounds like to me. And to tell you the truth, that's one of the biggest recording secrets when it comes to auto-tune, all right? So let's hear it. Let's just hear the actual vocal. And I have a couple ways I could do this. I could just solo this, which is also, as you can see, soloing my CLR bus, which we're going to go over in a second. So I'm soloing that, and let's play that. All right, just the vocals.
I got that Type 25, and I'm coming for you.
All right. And then I say over here, what do I say? I got that MP7, which is another gun inside Black Ops.
I got that MP7. I got that rapid fire just for you.
Boom. Okay. So let's check that out. Hook center, what is that? Well, if you notice, I do all my panning, okay? All panning from the track. So my hook center track is going to be panned right here. You see my little panner, all right? I'm going to reset that by holding the Alt key and clicking on it. I believe it is. No, it's the Control key. There it is, Control key. All right, that's centered. It's going to be in the center of the sound field. All right. Of course, it's going to have some reverb, which will spread it out a little bit on the stereo reverb, but that's another story. Then I also have them linked, which is why when I click on them, because I was messing with the volumes earlier, my hook left is pan to the left 85%. All right. Pan to taste. That's not set in stone either. And the hook right is to the right 85%. These three tracks of the singing are going to the CLR bus. CLR. What is that? Center, left, right. As you can see, center, left, right. When I see CLR, I know that's my hook. I only use that for my hook, okay? So here's the CLR bus. Let's see what kind of treatment they're getting. Now, first off, let's look at the other treatment, which is the actual auto-tune, all right? And I'm actually going to do this for you, okay? First, I'm going to bring out my mixer. And I have to unlink those because they're linked. And I cannot do anything to them without unlinking them. So let's go find them here. Here they are. So you click on one and they all freaking highlight. So we go, unlink. Boom. Now I can select them one at a time. I have some other stuff that's linked, so we'll go through that over time. And there we go. So I pretty much have this on all of them, and I will solo it. And here it is with the auto-tune.
I got that Type 25, and I'm coming for you. Type 25.
Okay, whatever. Okay, so there it is. Oh, are you ready to hear this, folks? Are you ready to hear the slaughtering dog? The slaughtering dog didn't make any damn sense. The dog that is getting slaughtered, folks. Are you ready? Let's turn this auto-tune off. This is what you would have heard if you were in the studio with me.
I got that Type 25, and I'm coming for you.
Did you hear that? On the end. You. That is so...
coming for you.
It's off key. Now, there's two techniques you can do this, and I go over this in my auto-tune tutorial. You can either record it live, and you're going to sound off tune, off key to everyone else, but in your headphones you're going to sound awesome, which is what I did here. Or you can actually sing it good, and you can actually go into auto-tune and use two instances. Here's a little tip, everybody. Top secret tip. All right. Go in auto-tune. Have someone, you have a good singer, he sings it. You want to add some auto-tune, but damn, he's not off key. So how am I going to make it sound auto-tuney? I need that auto-tuney sound. All you do is you put one instance of auto-tune. You use the global detune knob to detune the whole vocal. Then you add another instance of auto-tune that is going to correct the one that you just detuned. What is that going to do? It's going to add the auto-tune sound. Boom. $1 million secret, just gave it to you. All right, it's one of the many. So, as you can see, I sound like, you know, there's like hobbits and dragons having sex on a beach. All right, that's what it sounds like. No shit. I've actually heard that before. And if any of you have been to other realms like myself, then you've heard it too. Anyway, besides all that. So, here it is again with auto-tune because it sounds better.
I got that type 25.
Well, let's hear. Okay, let's go even deeper. Oh my God, are you ready for this? We're gonna hear me in harmony with myself, unison, and we're gonna hear the awesomeness that was not me when I laid this.
I got that type 25, and I'm coming for you.
Wow. Oh my God. So there you have it. Now, a quick thing about auto-tune is people think that, oh, fuck, man, you can't sing if you do auto-tune. Here's the thing. A lot of people that are doing auto-tune good can sing pretty good. And the thing is, you can't just record whatever you want and throw auto-tune on it. It's not going to sound right. It's not going to sound good, okay? And in order to make it sound good like this, you either have to record it live like I have or, you know, sing it good and then detune it. Now, people are under the impression that, oh, anybody can sing. Yeah, sure, anybody can sing. You can learn. But not anyone. It all comes down to the vocal character. Now, personally, I don't like the character of my voice. Other people do. And my whole vocal track, my throat and everything is what sets up my vocal tone. Now, I could change that to mimic different sounds and people or whatever, but I think I'm going off track here. But there you go. I just think I need to give you guys all the information, all right? So I hope you guys got fucking popcorn and all that kind of stuff right now, because this is going to be a long one, folks. I am a YouTube partner, so I can upload a video as long as I want. So there's that. All right, so you got to hear a little insight there. Now let's move on to the vocals here, okay, where I'm going psychotically crazy like a madman here.
The way I do what I do, you haters know that it's true. I'm coming through this motherfucker when I see. The way I do what I do, you haters know that it's true.
What's going on here? Well, I have a rap center once again. Let's look at that. All right, we got the rap center. It's going to the CLR. I'm showing you this before I go to the bus because all these are going to the CLR. These are all linked to CLR, hook hype. There's another bus. So we're going to go check that out. And I got to go unlink these. So give me a second. All right, so they're unlinked. So let's scroll back over here. All right, here we are. Rap center, hook rap left, and hook rap right. And then we have a hook stress. A stress vocal is, if you've watched any of my other videos, is basically where I come in and add emphasis. I call them stress overdubs, all right? To add emphasis to certain portions of the vocal. So we have this hook rap center. Let's mute solo this one here. There we go.
Way I do what I do, you haters know that it's true. I'm coming through this month.
Now you're not going to be able to hear the awesome stereo in this. I might do that towards the end. Actually, no, I can't do that because it's in stereo. You just can't hear it. All right, because this is doing this in mono to save on file size for YouTube. So my hook rap left, right here is paying 85%, and 85% to the right for the other one. I basically rap the same thing over and over. I rap this little part, and you got to stay on point pretty much.
The way I do what I do, you haters know that it's true. I'm coming through this motherfucker when I see you, it's through.
And then I rapped.
And when I pull on this trigger, ain't no need to go figure who the fella that killed ya. I threw a Syntax and stick ya.
By the way, I recorded that with a cheaper microphone. It is the AKG Perception 200 first generation, going directly into my MU1820M audio interface preamp. All right, that's a discontinued model. They don't sell it anymore. And that's pretty much the... Now, it is also handled by this, all right? Like right now, you're hearing on my voice some... I got some EQ and I got some reverb, and I can turn that up, dog! All right? So I actually use this, too, for some external compression on the way in. All right? So anyway, besides all that, so let's go check that out, what that's going to. Oh, one more thing. Here we go. We got the stress. And those are pan 50. All right, so this is 50, and this is 85, so these are going to be in a little bit. They're not going to be as far out to the sides.
Do what I do.
All right, that was a little glitch there. So here we go.
Do what I do. Know that it's true. Do this month.
Now you hear my breaths in there. I decided to leave that in there. Sometimes I can go in there and chop all that up, clean it up, but I didn't.
Do what I do. Know that it's true. Do this motherfucker when I see you it's through.
All right, so there's that. And like I said, they're panned respectively. So let's go look at the CLR bus. See, these are going out to the CLR bus. These three here, and I believe these are going out to the CLR 2 also. So let's go down to CLR. What is kind of treatment are these vocals getting? Well, first up, I have an EQ. All right, there you go. It's not the same as the other EQ you saw for the intro. Okay. I have a compressor right here. The Waves C1, one of my favorite compressors. All right. I've done analysis of all of these plugins, and this one adds character. It's not clean by any sense of the matter. And let's see here. What I must do is unmute all this. Boom.
The way I do what I do.
As you can see, this is my initial compression. I am barely touching it. I am getting a very small amount
The way I
of...
do what I do. You haters know that it's true. I'm coming through this.
That's my gain reduction right there. I'm getting very little reduction. I got a very slow attack, fast release. All right. So there's that. There's my EQ. And then I have, I'm not using the vocal writer. I have this up next. All right. I'm using the analog off.
The way I do it.
A little bit harder compression, still a little bit of a slower attack time, a fast, really, really fast relief. The numbers are backwards on here. 7 is actually faster, all right? 4-to-1 ratio, and I love this plugin because you can adjust your output and your input basically to get more crunchiness, to get more warmth sound or whatever you're going for. So anyway.
The way I do what I do, you haters know that it's true.
So I'm getting about 3 decibels of reduction with the first one, and then with here I'm getting about 7 decibels of reduction on the compressor there. All right, then I'm following up with a De-Esser, the Waves De-Esser, and this is my setting. You can use this setting.
The way I do what I do, you haters know that it's true.
Whenever you see this red coming down, that's basically attenuation, the ATTEN, attenuation of the actual frequency range, and I'm doing a high pass internal filter on this above 5506, and it's in split mode, as you can basically see. I don't know what I'm telling you. Why am I telling you all this? Okay, anyway, so it's only getting reduction on the S sounds, plosives, you know, different sounds like that, okay? So that's what the De-Esser is doing. And finally, up last for the bus is the Stanton Channel. This is a sweet plugin, all right? It's basically adding some warmth, and I love the sound of it.
The way I do what I do, you haters know that it's true. I'm coming through this
Bypass
motherfucker when I see you it's through.
Now all you're hearing is a change in the apparent loudness, so of course it's going to sound better, but I'm hearing on my end what it's doing, and it's spectacular. So that's pretty awesome. Awesomeness is cool. Now, here's the reverb. Of course, this is hook, so I want front reverb on this bad boy. So again, there's the reverb I used. You've already seen it. So, and there's the amount.
The way I do what I do, you haters know that it's true.
The reverb is adjusted while the song is playing. So I listen to the instrumental, of course, while I'm doing that, and I am adjusting the reverb on that to basically match some of the instruments inside of the instrumental.